DJ with the ACHV PEAK, and today we're going to be reviewing the YRUN Under Desk Treadmill. This review is going to consist of 3 parts. The first one being the specifications and design of the actual treadmill. Second one being my likes, dislikes, and my overall review of the treadmill. And then third, I'm going to go and give you guys a couple hacks or upgrades that I've made to the treadmill that better suit my personal needs. Let's dive in. One of the first things to note about this treadmill is that you have this safety bar. So this thing can fold down right here, and then it can also come up. When it's up like this, it is in run mode, which will allow you to go to 8.6 miles per hour running. When you fold it down like this, you can still use it, but it's going to be in walk mode, which is only going to max out at 3.7 miles per hour for safety reasons. So most of the time I actually use it like this because I use it outside and I put things on this bar. To lock this in place, you actually have these 2 nuts that go on each side that you can just hand thread right in, just like that. So right there. One thing to note here is that when you have it down, there is a magnetic sensor inside of this plastic piece, and that's how the machine knows that you're now in run mode. Just be aware of that. If it's not in run mode or it won't go into run mode when you have this up, maybe the magnet fell out or the sensor fell off or something happened up under there, that would be the first spot I would check. So while I'm putting this one in, we'll kind of go over some other specs. So the treadmill with this piece down is about 55 inches long. It's 25.5 inches wide and only 4.5 inches tall up here. The actual belt area right here is just under 48 inches long and 15.5 inches wide. That is the actual belt, 15.5 inches wide. It's probably closer to 16, maybe a little over 16 of actual space, but the belt doesn't cover that entire space. You also have a screen right here that displays your miles per hour, distance, calories, things like that. On the bar, you have a device holder that can turn sideways just like that. You have your safety stop right here that would connect to your shirt or something. And then if you pull that out, it's right there. You're going to need that to use it. You also have a remote control. This is the only way to operate the treadmill. So make sure you keep track of this. They do provide that nice little holder right there to make it easy. What I do like about this is that when you're running and you want to slow it down, you can just grab the remote and just keep running and then just kind of press the buttons. Oops, just like that. Keep track of your remote without breaking it, hopefully. If you do mess it up or lose it, you can reach out to the manufacturer for an additional remote. So here we go. We can turn this thing on right here. So there we go. My screen lit up. So this machine is 57 pounds. What I do whenever I transport it, whenever I move it, is I'll fold this thing down and then I'll kind of pick it up by the side. One thing I will note though is that for the safety bar, when you put it down, if you turn it sideways, that thing can just kind of freely move. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll use a bungee cord to kind of wrap it around, and that way this thing won't move whenever I'm transporting it. Now we're on to part 2, and I'm just going to hop on the treadmill, get this thing going. You can kind of see me walk. We'll walk and talk at the same time here. So I got it powered on. We'll hit the play button. Just for your information, this is what the remote looks like. So this is what I typically use it for. I come out in the mornings, right when I wake up. I might have a cup of coffee real quick, and then I'll come hop on the treadmill, do 3 to 4 miles, so about an hour. Things I like about this treadmill: it's a super slim design. It's easy to set up, easy to use. It's nice and quiet. I don't find the 57 pounds to be heavy, but that's going to be an objective thing. So you might find 57 pounds a little bit heavy. I also like the wheels because what we'll do is we'll kind of cover this thing and slide it up under our RV whenever we're not using it. If you have a couch or a bed, it'll be nice and easy to slide it up under there. I also like that they give you this nice little device holder and it kind of turns. So if you're on your phone and maybe you're plugged into YouTube and you have it in there, what you can do is once you get to the video, you can just turn it sideways real quick. It is fully adjustable, so you can go vertical or horizontal really easy. There's no like switch or anything you have to flip in the back. It just does it automatically, and it holds that position even when you're running. The only major thing I found that I don't really like about the treadmill, and I've already figured out a way to overcome it, is going to be when you press the stop button, it comes to a kind of a hard stop right at the end. It's kind of a little jolting. We're at 3 miles an hour, sorry. And I'm gonna hit the stop button and you can see how it happens. So here we go, we're at about 1 mile an hour, right there. So that's it. So if you're walking and you just hit the stop button, that's what's gonna happen. If you wanna stop, one of the things to do if you don't wanna kind of grab and hold right here, you just grab the remote. And then from there, while you're walking, you can slowly lower it all the way back down. Nice and smooth, get to your 1/2 mile an hour. So the minimum is 1/2 mile an hour. So just like that, and then you can hit the stop, comes to a nice smooth stop. One of the major things I do like about this treadmill is that when you have hard heel strikes, the belt is super smooth. I found even with some commercial pieces of equipment or much higher price pieces of equipment that when you hard heel strike, the belt will snag and you can feel it. Kind of gives you a little jolt forward. This thing has no issues. So I'm purposely trying to pick my toe up and jam my heel down. And as you can see, it runs super smooth. And we just leave this thing outside, so it's kind of getting dusty. It gets leaves on it right now. We are, and every day I just come out here and blow it off. I do cover it so it's not like getting rained on. My personal thoughts about this treadmill is I really enjoy it. It's simple to set up, easy to use, it's nice and quiet. The belt is super smooth. I've already put well over 100 miles walking on it. I've only had it for a couple weeks, and I've already put probably 40 or 50 miles of actual running on it. The reason I don't run or walk outside on the road, I know what you're thinking, dude, you're in an RV with a treadmill. It's because we have 2 young boys. Jen also works, so I can't always just go for a road run or spend an hour walking, especially if the boys don't want to do that. So instead, they can be inside napping. A lot of times they haven't even woken up, and I can be out here on the treadmill in case they do wake up. I can go get them breakfast, all that good stuff. And I'm right here by the RV. So for me, I love this thing. It's been fantastic. Highly recommend it. The last thing I want to cover with the treadmill is going to be my upgrades or hacks. And so I'll show you those real quick. I got them off to the side. So one of the things I use is actually a cup holder that kind of fits right here, squeezes on. So I will put it right there. And then I get a magic arm right there with a clamp and a large iPad holder. And so what I'll do here is I will clamp this over here somewhere like that. And then from there, what I will do is I'll get my nice large iPad, because like I said, I use this a lot when I'm actually working. So what I'll do is I'll have this big iPad kind of pulled up. If I can't, like, don't want to type on it, I'll just have my phone right there with me too. And so I'll kind of look at stuff on my big iPad and then type notes or whatever on my phone. And so this is my general setup. Larger iPad, cup holder right here, and then my water, I'll typically hang my water actually over the remote towards the front. So then I'm good to go. And I can sit here for an hour. I don't have a need to get off. I can do everything that I need to do. With the upgrades of, or the addition of the cup holder, the magic arm, and the iPad holder, this is what my normal morning routine looks like. So I'm sitting here, I can kind of look at stuff on my iPad, getting ideas for content creation. If I need to grab my phone, make a quick note while I'm doing something on the iPad, I can do that. Then I can just stuff it right back down here. My headphones easily here. If I have like a sweat rag, I might stuff it there. And then I'll typically put my water bottle, kind of hang it over the remote right here to the front. So then whenever I want to drink of water, I can quickly grab it, because my water bottle is way bigger. It's too big to actually fit in the cup holder. So this is my current setup for when I walk my like 1 hour every morning. Here's how I look right here. If you're looking for an easy to use, lightweight, quiet treadmill to help you stay active throughout the day get some extra calories in, reach those walking goals, be sure to check out the YRUN Treadmill. I highly recommend it, and I plan to continue using it. Also, if you found this video helpful, be sure like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.